This content does not constitute and is not intended to be financial or other advice, and is not to be relied upon as the basis for any investment or other decision. Welcome to Coin Market Updates. One of the most important things when it comes to trading cryptocurrencies is to know when to sell. In other words, you should not marry a coin. In other words, you need to know when to sell so that at the end of the day, you don't lose. In other words, you should not be influenced by greed. If you have a long term, okay, you have a long term. But we also have to be careful of greediness because many people end up losing because of greed. So in this video, we are going to talk about how can you predict your profit. In other words, if you predict your profit, then it means you know when to sell. I'm going to use Vechain as an example. Let's just say you want to invest in Vechain. Just say you want to invest in Vechain. So right now the price of Vechain is 44 cents. And I believe that Vechain has potential. You can invest in it maybe and make a profit. You can also use it for short-term profit making or long-term profit making. But now let's just say it's 44 cents and you want to invest maybe 5,000 rands. The currency that I'm using is South African rands. Let's just say maybe you want to invest 5,000. Let's see how many coins can 5,000 give to you. In other words, if you invest 5,000 rands in Vechain right now, because one Vechain is equals to 43 cents. In other words, if you invest 5,000 rands, then you are going to get 11,379.06 blah blah coins. These are the number of coins that you are going to get. So now, if you buy it when it's around 43 cents, you have to know when to sell. When will you be willing to sell it? For an example, let's say maybe you want to sell it when it's 90 cents and you invested 5,000 rands. How much will you get as a profit? In other words, you are going to get a profit of 5,249.26 cents, excluding maybe the bank charges, trading fees, and etc. You are going to get 5,249.26 cents profit. This is 100% profit or more than 100% profit. It's possible. You cannot get it in a bank. You cannot get it in many places. But cryptocurrency is one of the platforms that can give you this 100% profit. But if you predict that I want to sell it when it's 90 cents, you have to do so. But sometimes you can just analyze it and see if it still has potential maybe to even cross 90 cents. Let's say right now the price is already around 90 cents or 85 cents and you're about to sell your coins. You can just analyze if there's a potentiality of that coin crossing like maybe 90 cents, moving to 99 cents, 1 rand something, then maybe you can just get more profit as a result. You can take that advantage. But you have to be careful not to be controlled by greed. So in other words, you can invest in Vechain because Vechain right now has potential. You can invest. Even if you can invest 1,000 rands, 500 rands, a small amount of money just to learn, or maybe you can maybe invest for a long-term period of time, depending on the amount that you can afford to put at risk.